Howdy everyone, and welcome back to The More You Grow. We're out here at the farm today. It's a little windy, so apologies if it's a little loud on the mic, but we're going to try to work through that. You saw in my last video an update about where I've been and what I've been up to where I've been a little absent here on YouTube. And that's going to be a little update of what we have today. So what we've got out here at the farm since my time we've been missing is we built a new chicken pen. We've got new chickens out here at the farm now. New chicken coop, and as you can hear, we've got a rooster out here as well. So want to introduce you to those guys and show you what we've been up to. So let's go check it out. All right, so behind me we have our new and improved chicken coop out here at the farm. I did a lot of different things to get this built, and since I didn't get to make a video during the building process, I thought I'd show you around on how I got this built and how I got the coop built, and then introduce you to the new chickens I have out here and why I chose the breeds that I did. So let's go around and see how I got this built step by step. So the first step I went through in building this chicken pen was to build the hoops. That's right, I built these hoops myself using a tool that I bought online. I'm going to do a whole video about how to use that and all the good stuff it can do. This is going to be a game changer on the farm here, because not only can I build something like this chicken coop here, I could build a shed for the tractor and the other tools and stuff to go under. I could build a shelter for my cows or any other animals I have out here. There's tons of things I could build with that tool because it makes 20-foot wide hoops. The way it works is I bought some, I think it was just the top rails of chain link fence. Forgot the exact size of those pipes, but this tool bends the pipes into curves, and when you connect 3 of them together, it makes a 20-foot wide hoop. You just bolt them together, got some pipe and hammered into the ground, bolted it into the ground there, and you have your frame here for the chicken coop. After that, we decided to go ahead and frame it out. So let me show you how we did that. So once we built the hoops, we built the bottom frame with these 2x4s here. We went in and drilled those in together. We've got the bottom base down here, we've got this top rail, and then we have some support beams right up here. Once I got the 2x4 frame put up on the outside of the hoops, the next thing we went and did was put 1/2-inch hardware cloth all along the side, and that's going to help protect these chickens from things like predators and just give them a little bit of security down here. It allows good airflow to come through still. You can let the chickens see outside, but you don't have to worry about predators getting in for the most part. There's going to be something happen, I'm sure, but we're crossing our fingers and saying that this hardware cloth is going to do the trick. Because what I also did, maybe hard to see, but I extended that hardware cloth down the side and out along the ground about 2 foot away from the pen, and that's going to make it to where predators can't dig underneath as well, because it's going to be too far away for them to be able to get underneath in one night before I find the holes. On the outside on the top, we have game bird netting. This is something I ordered online, and we pulled it over the top of the hoops. We secured it down with hog rings. You can get those at places like Tractor Supply or any of your feed stores. They're really for a pig's nose to help to keep them from rooting, I believe, but the hog rings also make good securing features on this pen, because I can close them up around that netting, and it's where I can secure it onto the hardware cloth as well. So once we got the hoops put on and the frame put up on the side, we started work on the coop or the roost back here. And this is going to give them the shelter they need during the night, to where they can go up inside and get in there out of the weather and out of the wind. And we used just your average, I think, 1/2-inch plywood for this. We made sure to water seal it. We sealed the wood before we put it in there so it wouldn't leak and it wouldn't rot as easily. For the roof, we put on some roofing tar to keep the roof from leaking and try to keep that secure up there for them. And once we did that, we made this little ramp that goes up the side into the coop. So let me show you what it looks like on the inside and some of the features that I did getting this all set up. So now we're inside of the pen, and I want to show you kind of how I set up the coop. First of all, there was a flap here that lifts up. You're okay. So the flap lifts up to allow it to where we can scoop out all the droppings, the poop, everything like that. and clean out the inside of the coop. So one feature that you want to think about when building a roost or a chicken coop is ventilation. So during the summer, this thing would become an oven if we didn't install multiple of these vent holes like this. I have them pretty simple. We just had a hole saw here, and we have this piece of wood where when we tighten that down, it closes off the vents. Since it's winter time here, we want to be sure to keep them warm inside. But there are multiple of these vents on both sides of the roost, where this will allow air to flow through and to make sure it doesn't get too stuffy in there during the summertime. So what we did once we built the roost, we left a little bit of space underneath. This has plywood on the back side to where it gives them a wind block, and the coop itself becomes a little bit of a shelter, an outdoor shelter, to where they're out of the sun or out of the rain if that's the case. And this is also where we put their food at to try to keep it dry as well. So kind of adds a little bit of another feature. It gets the coop off the ground and kind of has a double purpose there. Once we built the coop, we cut in these hatches for the nest box. So doing that right there, we'll unlatch it, make sure there's nobody up in here. And then back here, it makes it to where we can access any of the eggs and get out any of the shavings once we start putting them in there. So let's take a look inside the coop. So we have our nest boxes here. I will put shavings in there come spring when they start laying. On the inside, you can see they have these perches to roost on. And I made it to where I can get plenty more chickens in here in the future. There's enough space for them all. And all together, there's about 6 of these nest boxes. I think there's 6, there may be more. But I think this will make a pretty sturdy home for these chickens in here. You can come down here, you can go outside. And then when we're done, we just come in here, and we've got these spring latches. So you can see that's got this little latch feature. So when we put them back, we can, so when we latch this back together, you pull the spring down and it keeps it nice and secure. Okay, so I've got this unlatched. Open it up and show you what it looks like on this side. Got a couple more nest boxes. You can see the roost up in there, looking nice. And we've got the doorway entrance here. So let me show you a little bit about what we've got going on there. So I wanted to give you a look at what breeds we have in here. This is our big boy Paco. He is a cuckoo Moran rooster, lays nice dark brown eggs, the hens do. And this over here is his main girlfriend Coco. Both of these were hatched from eggs that I got from Robert over at Daybird Aviaries. I would highly suggest you go check out his channel, Daybird Aviaries. I'll leave a link up above and down in the description. If you love animals and you love to see all kinds of really wonderful and exotic animals, he is a good channel to go follow. I love watching his videos. And one mystery we have is that Coco is supposed to be what Robert tells me is a Spartana. I'll leave the name across the screen so you can see what it is and not have to rely on my horrible pronunciation. But they are a all black chicken that, I mean, meat and all feathers, meat, everything. And they lay a cream colored egg from what I've read. And the mystery is that Coco here hatched out of a very dark brown egg that looked very similar to a cuckoo Moran's egg. So I'm wondering if she might be crossed a little bit, I'm not sure. So I'm looking forward to, in the spring, seeing what kind of eggs she lays to see what we got going on here. Got some Leghorns here. I've really enjoyed these girls so far. They're curious, they're very sweet, and they're not as timid as other Leghorns I've had. Other ones I've had are real nervous birds and they're real flighty, but these have been really pretty calm and pretty friendly. As you can see, they love to be curious and come up and see what I'm doing and see if I'm going to give them any treats or anything. But so far these have been really enjoyable. So there you have it, guys. This is the new chicken pen for the farm out here. I finally feel like a little bit of the farm is complete that was missing. I don't feel like it's a real farm unless I got some chickens out here. And I feel like I'm one step closer to achieving the homestead dream that I hope to achieve in the coming years out here at the farm when we start building a house and other things like that. So stay tuned. We're going to probably add some more chickens to this in the spring and try to introduce them, the brown egg chickens. If you have any suggestions for breeds, leave them down in the comments, and we may do like a poll or a vote on what kind of chickens I should get to add to this. I want to build a pen right on the other side of this over here that we can put some ducks in. I've got a really cool idea for a duck pond design to have some duck eggs maybe and to have some ducks on the farm. And we've got a huge project coming up that I can't wait to share with you. I want to get a little further along on it before I unveil it, because this thing is huge. Biggest structure I've ever built, and my dad's really helping me build that. He's doing a lot of the work here, but I'm so excited to have it out here and I can't wait to share that with you. But until then, if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you have any suggestions for future videos, what other things you'd like to see out here at the farm, leave it down in the comments. I'll get you on that and try to get a video on that. If you haven't done so yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Go check us out on Facebook and Instagram, and hit that bell icon for notifications. Until next time, I hope you'll join me right here on The More You Grow.